Greetings, everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Today we're going over that full moon in Gemini that's coming up on Monday on the 27th. So it's a very communicative sign and a very communicative moon. So that means we're going to be feeling as though we're straddling like two or more worlds. We're going to be focused on many different things, and we're going to want to communicate and like express those sort of things, share those sort of experiences, especially under these Sagittarian influences coming up here soon, right? So it's very adventurous. It's especially with Sagittarian energy, that's going to be a huge aspect. Like really wanting us to dive deep down emotionally and communicate and just like blah, like I've been holding these feelings in forever. It'll feel like you're doing one of those things, right? But this also comes a period of recognition to know that it's easy to get carried away. We need to be grounded firmly in reality, or else we could regret the decisions that we make during this period. Okay, it'll be really easy for us to go, ooh shiny, and do this and go, just dart, around like. Come on, Gemini signs can be very cerebral, almost to a fault, where they just don't see the big picture, those laser focus and just zoom in, right? So pay attention to the signs that are occurring around you while being aware that if it is an actual sign or if it's a mental projection, right? A lot of us will think that we see a lot more numbers, for instance, or we'll think that we see and want to twist something into a sign. Just make sure that when you're asking for a sign, when you are meditating on that you say that it is without a doubt that I know that it comes from you, or something to that effect, and it'll be made known. And it'll be without a doubt, right? So you came here for a rune reading, and here I'm just kind of in this energy here, and that brings it to a really good point here, where this will be a foggy kind of period with no real direction as to where we're going. So what we focus on, we give power during this time frame, during this full moon. So what is it you're releasing? Right? Let's just focus on that. Be grounded in that release period of what we're doing for our rituals, our practices, through this full moon season here in Gemini here coming up on Monday. We have Mars going into Sagittarius today, the day of this recording, right? We already have the Sun in Sagittarius, so very playful, very light energies, right? We're wanting to get out, we're wanting to social butterfly some more, right? But let's honor this moment. Let's be grounded to that full moon in Gemini, and let's get a little more insight and clarity with today's rune reading. Hi there, everyone. How are we doing today? Let's cleanse this energetic space with the singing bowl. We'll take 3 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and not force any of it, right? Here's the $2 note representing, as usual, our uncommon abundance. We're going to give gratitude for all of the uncommon abundance in our lives, and therefore invite more in naturally. So 3 deep breaths. 3 deep cleansing breaths. You know you love that uncommon abundance. I like to think of it in the form of love. Love is my abundance. Okay. Let's get into the rune reading, shall we? Full moon in Gemini. How many Gemini moon signs are out there? Let me hear you in the comments. Right? I'm a Taurus moon myself, but I am a Gemini sun. This rune here is Thurizos. This is the giant. This is Thorn. This is focused power. This is Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. You see how on the side too it almost kind of looks like a thorn. If you lay it on that side, it looks like a big giant obstacle in our path. So I think that's where it comes up with the term giant. So either way, it's an energy that needs to be thoroughly and forcefully dealt with to completion. This is in your past energies spot. So in the past, you're doing a lot of work here. That hammer can build, destroy, or protect. So you're coming from, you almost just need like a little reprieve here, don't you? You've been fighting a battle, whatever this is, in your recent past. And you've been wanting to honor it. You want to do right, not only by yourself, but by others as well. But you really want to do right by yourself this time. This is clarity. This is Dagas. This is in your current energies position. This is some fire energy here for you. This is the end of like a metamorphosis or cocoon position here, or an hourglass kind of tilted on its side there where time seems to have stalled, right? So this is a period of waiting for clarity that is on the other side, the metamorphosis. And it's called a metamorphosis because it's that much of clarity that you obtain, that things just look so high definition and are so easily understood by you. It's like, well, this is a totally different thing now. Future energies are in the U branch, Y-E-W, right? I will always need to clarify that, not the Y-O-U branch. All right, that was my cheesy joke of the day. The rune is called Evas, by the way. This is the rune of responsibilities and endurance, right? Just needing to be tough and just stable in this time of hardship or perceived hardship, kind of weathering the storm right now, needing to flex and go with these energies, right? The Gemini moon's going to tug on that a little bit while we're releasing. So it's perfectly okay to just get out there and have that heartfelt cathartic release. You know, if you need to endure, if it takes like screaming at the moon for an hour and having some nice tears shed during that time, so be it, right? It's very healing, deep, spiritually powerful work that you're needing to endure and to complete here in the near future energies, because the action taken for the best outcome here is in Raido again. Boy, the spirit, the divine just really wants us to get moving, don't they? If you've been watching some of my previous rune readings, you know that this movement has been kind of a reoccurring theme here these last few readings, haven't they? So with this is more of a forced journey. This is a change of house, the spouse of employment. It could mean a change of paradigm, a new way of seeing things, a journey towards something greater that's more of a forced journey. Like you're going to maybe get this aha moment and it'll maybe be a deep insight for you and help you want to reestablish and reaffirm your connections, right? Your thoughts, feelings, and emotions are in this identity factor. Where's your place in the world in this? And we're always feeling like that, like alone. This is kind of that ego isolation, procrastination kind of stuff that kind of has us in our heads and our worries. And it's a terrible misuse of imagination, I'll tell you what. Worrying about the identities. Don't care what other people think. You are you. You are enduring and you're beautiful on this journey, right? And you're transmuting all of this energy from the past, and you're on this journey. You know you're becoming you. It's okay. It's okay to have these doubts. Everyone does. Just make sure that you honor them for what they are and dismiss them appropriately, right? Can't dwell on that forever, right? It'll bring us down. So the possible problems are in the divine communication rune. This is the godlike communication. This is Ansus. This is divine downloads. So yeah, I would say like this, getting into this 3D worry kind of thing, and it having to endure so hard that we're moving away from spirit and away from our path is not the answer, y'all. Because we do risk losing that connection to source. And that diminishes our connections, right? When we're not living an honest life with ourselves, right? Let's look at the possible outcome for this, though. It's not all doom and gloom under the Gemini moon. You know, Gemini likes to talk it out. Gemini likes to heal that divine masculine with you, right? They like to talk it out. So if you want to talk it out, talk it out. Have that cathartic release. This is a seed successfully planted. This is the rune Ingwas. This is the god Freyr's rune. It's about fertility, peace, and plenty. So when we're addressing these things in a healthy way, we do get to rest satisfied knowing that we have successfully planted the seed, right? We've removed that thorn from our sides so we could successfully continue our work, right? This is a beautiful transmutation aspect for you. So when you are in that practice of release during this full moon on Monday, 27th, moon in Gemini, be careful what words you use, right? Especially the day before. I believe there's an aspect of Mercury in Sagittarius that is quite perplexing. So find out what that means to you. Do look up your astrology online, okay? But for now, we're going to pull more cards for clarity. These are Soul's Journey cards. They're messages from Spirit, from Divine, directly to your source, directly to your spirit. This is your communication connection to the Divine, if you will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the card of adversity. It says that I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. And really they are, because they force us to adapt, right? They force us to grow in some way, to learn a new way of doing, feeling, thinking, being, right? Let's look more at that adversity card. Again, it says, I accept that challenges are the best way to learn. No one ever said life was going to be easy. Obstacles are presented to you so that you may overcome them. Believe that you will, because if you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. Confidence comes to those who have succeeded in conquering adversity, and then the next hurdle won't seem so daunting. Adversity is an opportunity for you to reach out to your soul family. You are not alone in this time of challenge. Please reach out. If you need help, others are waiting to offer assistance. This test may have come to you into your life to teach you to receive rather than to give. And to be in that position in gratitude either way is truly indeed a blessing, to be in that moment in and of itself, to be in that energy. What a beautiful energy to celebrate with another energy with. All right, so fairies, let's get a card for clarification today for today's room reading. This is to be for the moon, full moon in Gemini. Full moon in Gemini. Fairies aren't as talkative today. Fairies, what card of clarity do you have for the collective today for this new moon in Gemini? Don't make me just pick one. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you. This says dietary change. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. Your body is a temple, right? We've heard about that, right? I think that more or less goes with not just what we ingest with our mouth, but also what we ingest with our ears, with our eyes, what we take in, right? What we view, what we believe, what we choose to saturate our senses with. And that truly is that saturation of the senses. All right, dietary change. It says improve your diet and your life will also improve. You drew this card because of your request for help with your life's purpose in awakening your spiritual gift of clairvoyance. The fairies say that your body's metabolism is extremely sensitive. They've been guiding you to switch to a healthier diet, but you may not have heard or trusted this message. So the fairies now bring you this card to validate you're hearing them correctly. As you improve your diet, so do you heal other areas of your life. Additional meanings for this card are consult with a nutritionist, or go on a detox cleanse, or stop drinking alcohol or using other drugs, or reduce or eliminate chemicals and processed foods from your diet, or eat a more vegetarian diet, or quit smoking, and finally, stay away from household or industrial chemicals. So it's kind of a call of purification as well. But I like to argue too, like, what's that music you're listening to? What's that you got on your television? How are you letting that impact you? Because it is. Looks like we got the sacral chakra today. And I believe this is another beautiful solfeggio frequency for detoxification. And the solfeggio frequency for that is 417 hertz. That's 417. The sacral chakra is located below the navel, and it relates to sexuality, creativity, intimacy, and pleasure. If you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who emotionally isolates yourself, then you'd be someone who needs to work on their sacral chakra. Listening to the solfeggio frequency of 417 hertz, that's 417, will help to elicit more openness, creativity, and sensuality. As a result, you'll experience more pleasure and harmony. And 417, y'all, that does detoxify. It detoxifies your home environment. It helps detoxify your DNA, your cells, right? So that 417 hertz, no joke, y'all. Beautiful, beautiful. The mudra to get into that meditation as well. This is the sacral chakra. We start off in the prayer position, and we fold in the index and the middle finger over our thumbs like a pair of binoculars. And then we leave the ring and the pinky fingers extended there. And this is a one that we just rest in our lap, and we say the mantra VAM, V-A-M. And we're focusing this beautiful mudra, the color orange from our sacral chakra, listening to 417 hertz, speaking the mantra VAM, V-A-M. Happy day after Thanksgiving to those who do celebrate out there. I love that day personally because it is a day for gratitude, and only for that reason. I don't like any of its other connotations other than gratitude, because that is the best way to be living, ain't it? I thank you all for allowing me in this energetic space here with you. Just remember that sacral chakra mudra here. We'll go over that. We're folding those in over the thumbs like the binoculars, the ring finger and pinky finger there. So it looks like that. We're resting it on our lap. VAM, V-A-M, 417 hertz, that beautiful orange energy in that abdomen, the reproductive region, right? And that'll help detoxify and to cleanse and to help get you more in tune to not just what are you eating or drinking, but what are you viewing? What are you thinking when you're viewing? What are you listening to? How are you feeling when you are listening to? Right? And it'll help you just kind of evaluate those sort of aspects of self and slowly tune out the garbage and just enrich your life in so many other aspects and so many other ways that you can just do it passively. And 417 hertz is a great way just have that playing in the background, and it passively works, right? I'm a firm believer in a lot of that science out there. So anyway, if you'd like a rune reading from me personally, please contact me at youressentialpractice@gmail.com. I'd be happy to do that for you. I also give Reiki lessons. I have essential oils, just you name it. So just contact me. I'm working on the website, y'all. Thank you for your patience. But yeah, stay tuned for the upcoming episodes. Like, comment, and subscribe if you liked today's rune reading. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant day.